Hello, welcome back to Ture TV. I pray you are well and I pray you are doing great. Most importantly, you, the Black family. To all those who have subscribed so far, I appreciate it. Thank you, because without you, we couldn't continue doing this. Africa is faced with so many problems, be it in the continent or in the diaspora. But there is a need for a collective solution to the problems facing Africa. Now watch this video and listen to what this man is saying, because most of these leaders, these so-called leaders of ours, keep on relegating the problem that we have in Africa to generations yet unborn. Watch the video and listen attentively to the questions that this noble or humble man is asking.
We have to answer this question first. What is the Africa we want? So we say we want an Africa that is free of violent conflict and war. What leadership do you produce to get that result? We want an Africa that is free from poverty. What kind of leadership do you need to create to end that poverty? We want an Africa that is free of, that is driven by women's emancipation. Where is this leadership? How do you create it? We want an Africa that is free of corruption. How do you produce this leadership that is not corrupt? Now, these are the questions I took to answer these practical things that President Kagame was talking about. And it's not an easy question to answer. But I think critically, and we were discussing this thing yesterday, critically, we need a critical self-assessment of ourselves as Africans. To say, as President Kagame was saying, we've been discussing this thing about the quality of leadership, challenges we face for a very long time. But when have we sat down to say, now let us assess, no, you Thabo Mbeki, were president of South Africa for so long. Let's assess your performance. Did you provide this kind of leadership that is suitable for this Africa that we want? Where did you go wrong? We got the African peer review mechanism, which President Obasanjo can speak about. That's part of what it was supposed to do, so that we sit as peers to say, no, but President, you are misbehaving. You are stealing public resources. You've accessed power in order to put money in your pocket. This is not the leadership we want. But we're not doing that sufficiently because we're afraid. We're afraid to speak frankly to one another about the wrong things that we're doing. And I think if we don't do that, we will meet a century hence to discuss the same question. I think that critical self-assessment of the continent is necessary. And I mean a real, critical, truthful self-assessment. That's critical, and I think that would be an important step forward in terms of producing this kind of leadership which Africa wants.
I hope you have seen the video. These are some of the critical issues which needs to be addressed. Yet most of the leaders, these so-called leaders or puppets of the West, don't give a dime. They don't care at all. All they care about is their pockets and their account in Switzerland. This is something that we, the youth, have to try our possible best to come together in order to change it. Because without the youth coming together to stop the exploitation of the Western world on Africa, things will continue this way. You can see the dire situation that we are in right now. There are no jobs and people are dying everywhere in Africa, not because of the coronavirus pandemic, but for other things and lack of basic amenities. These are the things that we collectively have to address in order for us to move forward and to save ourselves from exploiters like the West and the East, that is the Chinese and the Western world. We cannot continue to keep on relegating this problem to generations yet unborn. We have suffered enough already, and the only way out of these problems is unity. Because without unity, we cannot move an inch. unity in the terms of the continent coming together, speaking with one voice as a single unit, and the diaspora as well. Wherever you are watching from, be it in the diaspora or on the continent, please do me a favor and share this video. Let us come together for the common goal that we all have, which is to see the good of Africa and our children's children yet unborn. We have found out that Africa has been systematically impoverished by the powers that be. And since we don't have the power, or we don't have the capacity to change our situations, what we need to do is to come together on the continent and in the diaspora and hold each other's hand. We don't have to love each other. We don't even have to like each other. But for the common good and goal of each and every black African, we have no choice than to come together. Take a single broom and separate it from the rest of the brooms and break it, and see how easily you can be able to break it. And take the full bunch of broom and try breaking it and see what happens. Always we have lessons to learn from nature, yet we don't seem to learn anything. The most fascinating thing about Africa, most importantly the continental Africa, is that we forget so soon. Whatever we went through, we do forget so soon. We became so porous. This is not the way forward. Africa is ours. Look at what happened in South Africa. The poverty level is too high. Look at the people looting other people's shops, other black people's shops. Why? Until next time, I say we are together.